Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Jine, and it's Jine's signature. So today I'll be making this beautiful gown with gathers at the hem. So this is what I made, as you saw on the thumbnail. In fact, my camera is not doing justice to this at all, because this was very beautiful. This came out perfect well. So if you're a beginner and you don't know how to make this beautiful gown, just sit back, relax, because I'm going to be giving you the detailed tutorial on how to do that. So if you like, please sit back and enjoy tutorial. Thank you to all my amazing subscribers all over the world. I really appreciate everybody. Please kindly leave comment sections, beautiful ones at that, and then you'll be glad you did. So, like I always say, this is Junior Signature. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the channel. And if this is your first time of stumbling on my channel, thank you. Then you are not going to be paying any money for subscribing. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button because it's entirely free. So now I have my fabric folded on the table, and this is the doll face I'll be using to do all the colored things. But I folded my fabric into four, and then I'll be using a paper to illustrate this. I always do this in most of my tutorials, but I just like folding it already so that it will be easy for me to just dive into the tutorial. So like I folded the paper, this is exactly how I have my fabric unfold. Fold like that, and then you fold into four, because we're going to be cutting both the front and the back at the same time. So now, having gotten the length, you need to take the length of where you want your gown to get to before your gathers, or you take your total full measurement and then deduct how many inches you want for your gathers, and then use the remaining one for the gown itself. So the next thing to do is to take your shoulder to where you want your sleeve to get to, because it's going to be a cut together sleeve. But I'll be making use of the whole thing on fold. So right there now, I'm going to be coming down for my round sleeve opening, which is about, I used about 11 inches, and then I came in by about 4 inches from there. So I'm not going to be slanting the shoulder because I don't want to join it on the shoulders. So all I need to do is to just go ahead and then connect that and then carve it out all the way down, because this is going to be a free gown. But if you want yours to be shaped, you can use your half length. You take your waist measurement, you take your hip measurements and all that, but I'm not going to be doing that. I just want it to be free. So for the neck width, I made use of 3 inches, and then for the neck depth, for the back, I made use of 1 inch, because that's the first neckline we are going to be cutting. So I'm going ahead now to cut out the sides, as you can see, which I just did, and then I'll cut out the neckline. So now open this side, but before opening, I'm going to be giving that shoulder part a notch, so that when I open it up, I'll be aligning the thing properly. So just give it a notch as I did, and then open it up to separate the front from the back. So just take your time and then separate it very well, because we want to cut out the neckline for the front. So having folded that, and this is what we have. So the next thing for me to do now is to adjust the neckline for the front. So the front, I'll just go ahead and then mark 2 inches. You can use 1.5, you can use 2 inches, you can use 2.5, depending on how wide you want your collar to be, because we'll be replacing this part with that plain fabric. So I'll cut out this now. So just go ahead and cut this out. So what you'll be having is exactly what I have right here. So when you open it up, it's going to be looking like a kimono jacket, yeah? So this is what we have. So now in order for us to replace that fabric, I'll be measuring what I have from one point of the collar to the other side of the collar. What I had was about 70 something, so I decided to cut out 80. So if you cut out 80, it's better that it's more than it's short. So I'll just cut that out, and then I'll show you the next line of action. So this is the fabric I'll be using. So I'll just place this on fold, and then I'll cut out about, but I decided against that. I just cut out 2.5 inches. I cut out 2 inches. I needed half an inch to join it back. So that was, so on fold it will be 2.5, but when you open it up, it's going to be 5 inches. So I decided to just go for 5 inches and then tear it out. But please, if you're a beginner and you don't know how to do this method, please don't do it, because you're going to be running into a problem. You just discover that what you cut out was not going to be straight. But because I'm used to that, so I needed it to do it fast, fast. That was why I did that. So if you know you can't get it like that, please kindly fold into two and then mark it with your chalk and then cut it out. But because I'm used to this method and it comes out exactly what I want, so I can go ahead and do that. So please take note of that. So I've cut out these long stretches. I had about 120 here because it's 16 inches in length, but I just decided to cut it out because I have enough fabric to play around with. So now just go ahead and join it together to form a long strip. Unfold like that, right sides facing each other. I'll just join it by half an inch. And then I'll be back to show you the next step of action. So go ahead and join it there. So I've gone ahead to join it, and this is what we have. So I'll be taking that part as my middle part for the back. So now, in order to determine the neckline where we will not be sewing, so I have 5 inches. That's what I was just trying to ascertain. So now, in order to determine your neck depth from the back shoulder, I always use between 15 to 16 inches, and it's always safe for me. 15 to 16 inches from that point down is perfect for almost everybody. So right there, I indicated that, and then I'm dividing this line into two. That is 2.5 on one side and then 2.5 on one side. So you can see me marking my chalk all the way, getting the midpoint. That is exactly what you're going to be doing. I didn't add any interface into this. I just felt like there was no need. But if you want to add an interface into yours, please kindly go ahead and add an interface in. You can use your stay, your gum stay, your paper stay, or any stay you have. So I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what we have. So I'm going to be sewing right from that point all the way down just to demarcate this, and then I'll be back. So having done that, this is what I have. You can see that I've gone ahead to sew this point, the middle part from that point. I sew it all the way down. So the next thing is to just open it up like this. So you can see that it's going to be looking neat. I've not given it a press at all here. I just wanted to show you how it came out to be. So this is how it came out to be. The next thing is to give it a very good press, and then I'll go ahead and then fix it to the gown. So this is what we have. So if you've watched up to this channel, to this level, and you have not yet subscribed, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, kindly like, kindly share, and kindly leave beautiful comments here. So for the gown, I'll just take this and then get the midpoint, just merge it into two, and then give it a small notch. So that notch is going to be serving as a guide for you to place the collar before sewing it. So all you need to do now is to take your collar. You know that place that we joined it at the back automatically, that is the midpoint, like I told you. So you're going to be placing it right sides facing each other like this, and then pin it down and then sew it for each side to affix the collar. So I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what we have. So you can see that I've gone ahead to join it. Join it by the half an inch that you added for sewing allowance. So I've not given it a press as of now as well. And for my pockets, I've cut out my pockets, and then I'll just go ahead to join it. And then I use the same fabric to place like a band on my sleeves as well. That one is very easy. Just sew on the wrong side and then flip to the right side and then sew on top. That is just that about that. So the next thing to do is how to fix the belt. It's going to be having a belt, because if you don't want it free, you want it shaped, you can just use this belt. So for this belt, I just cut out, unfold 2 inches, run it, and then turn it inside out. For the length, this is entirely dependent on what you want. And then you're going to be placing it like half an inch above where the pocket is. And then it's going to be sandwiched in between front and the back panels, and then you go ahead and run it on both sides like so. So that was how we achieved our thing, and this is it. Thank you.